Sakantikun ya A.CHIK KU KOBOR narim chakswa koborangko paragatna skang bada alni kata bichongrang Mijal chishni me hazagni kogor tam tariko BPP asongi jingjing atanga ski parang education minister ko gronga skotong minister aro agriculture minister alugi egpa ko niya Mijal mangchukung chanchiani abagkor ai cabinet minister rang chanchianga roster system ni kementalaton cabinet minister rang chunaka Shugumakapa koborangko paragatna Mijal chishni me hazagni ko tam tariko BPP ni dol ni da bienga parosa system bar reservation policy ko ni plani ko dakchina adok solkari na konta sol prichet soma noba solkari yoni mamung akan chaka donggejani bidengo riang pa mongobar salo BPP ni dalgapa Arden Miller Barsaimot chishni me hazagni ko tam but salo secretariat parking lot cho asongi jingje atani ko dakken ni akan sukuman ko Mijal but salo takang ha ya jingde atani ko dakanyo thomthome machota ha Meghalaya Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan Schools Association Adogni Education Minister Aru Rongara Chijuni MLA Parakam Esangmako Adogni SSA Schools Ki Parangni Nikani Bidengo Mijal Bupersalo Grongani Kodakaha Schools Ki Parangni Wamangni Dol Mahako Bengata Wachina Ruta Bashirangni da Beng Pani Bidengo Bagol Puangaha Ya Gronganion Education Minister Hazalgani Kogurkanioni Hazalgani Kogurtam Sini Tanga Paisarangko Mamong Solkarioni Jun Bonachiba Skangapa Antini Sheprang Watat Kiniba Aganaha Skodong Minister Pakon Sangma Aro Agriculture Minister Ma Amparin Lindo Alugi Gapako Mijal Bupersalo Niyani Kodakaha Yan Upper Silongo Yan Gamegi A.CHIK Gaparana Nam Gapadak Mesquanico Misukan Baksa Tanga Paisa Mananiko Bariatani Pa
Kademkla IVCS, and we are discussing and talking to the farmers on how we have been able to kind of bring in a more scientific approach to the entire cultivation of potatoes and how the scientific method has ultimately led to better quantity and better quality of overall production. And we are working closely with the farmers. We have seen the difference that is coming up, and we feel strongly that this particular project can be expanded further to be able to provide more benefit to more farmers. And with this, the kind of concept that we're going, that in Meghalaya itself we have a shortage in terms of the supply of whether the seeds that we require and even the production of potatoes. So we have seen that this gap can easily be filled if we are able to work in a more scientific manner. And this is a great living example of how the change is taking place. And we spoke to the farmers, and you have also heard the farmers talk about how they have seen the change is taking place. So this is a great example of how, if we can bring in technology, how we could improve the overall life of the farmers and overall increase the productivity and work towards increasing the income of the farmers at the grassroots level. So this is something that we want to do. We would like to see that in the coming years, Meghalaya should be a leading producer of seeds in terms of potato and other seeds also. And we should be having enough production of potatoes and other areas also for ourselves. And hopefully in the coming years we will see Meghalaya becoming one of the production houses or producing states for seeds, so that we can start exporting it to neighboring states and to the rest of the country. So with that target and with that vision, this work is going on, and I'm very happy to see the outcome. And we will continue to support this project so that we are able to help more and more of our farmers in our state.
Mijal chishni me hazagni kogurtam tariko cabinet minister rangni thomaniyo mangchukung abakukor ai chanchir mangaha ni adogni skoto minister kobora parakataha matam chanchiani koborko parakatna proposal to rename Lady Hyderi Park to Kaplan Nongklait Park, creation of posts for Shillong Public Higher Secondary School, creation of posts in the state NSS cell as mandated by GOAL, Meghalaya State Works Board Rules 2023 Aru Una Agriba Dongkua.
Today we had 10 formal items and one informal item. There were few of them. I will quickly go through those points. First was the proposal for creation of posts for Shillong Higher Secondary School. As you are aware that it was upgraded to a higher secondary school, but there were not enough teaching staff there for that, and hence that those particular posts for the higher secondary school were created, and today that was cleared by the cabinet. The second proposal was for the creation of posts in the state NSS cell. This is something that is mandated by the Government of India, and this board was supposed to come out quite some time back. The NSS stands for the National Service Scheme, and under this there are different activities that are carried out by the NSS, which is mostly youth related activities. So details are not clear with me right now, but basically these are NSS volunteers, and different activities related to youth will be carried out. So this is mandated, as I said, by Government of India. Third is that we have amended some rules in the Meghalaya State Food Commission rules in terms of the period of time of the chairman. So that was in accordance with the rules that have been laid on at the national level. So we were just making it compliable and compatible to the national rules. We have also passed the decision to rename Lady Hydri Park to Kapan Nonglait Park. This again was a decision which was taken a very, very long time back, and this has been again going up and down because of administrative complications that took place earlier. But we have finally today cleared this proposal, and the renaming of Lady Hydri Park to Kapan Nonglait Park was decided today. We have also decided today to enhance the cash grant to recipients of gallantry and distinguished award winners of the Army, Navy and Air Force personnel of the state of Meghalaya. The proposal also another proposal, which was the rules of the Waqf Board rules 2023. These have also been cleared today by the cabinet, and a detailed discussion took place on this aspect also. We have also cleared the Meghalaya state policy on construction and demolition, where the construction and demolition waste which was not properly being managed, the government has come out with a policy where it will make it mandatory to ensure that these wastes that are generated by construction and demolition will be handled in a proper manner.
Roster system reservation policy ni gaman mizal atam chipang cabinet minister rang baksa thok me chanchir mani chungmot ko talatio non cabinet minister rang chunglaka dal chichet me hazagni ko tam thariko MDS on kori thok me chanchir mas khagen arochi school thariko dingthang dulga parang baksa iya roster system reservation policy ni gaman ni flani ko dakangen ni adoknis ko minister pakonet ke sangma ko porna parakata ha.
The detailed presentation was given to the cabinet today, and after seeing the presentation, the cabinet was satisfied with the presentation and the details, and a few clarifications that were made, and unanimously now we have agreed on moving forward, and tomorrow the same presentation will be made to the MDA components, and thereafter the same presentation will be made to the all parties. And in about a week or 10 days later, once we are able to communicate to all different stakeholders from throughout the state, we will be having a meeting with the stakeholders also, which includes NGOs, religious organizations, different social groups, and other stakeholders. So that is a fourth meeting which will take place after about a week or about 10 days later. Earlier also that roster and recruitment is a continuous process, and after seeing the details of how a roster works and how the system will follow in the future and how the system has been in the past, as I said, detailed presentation was given, and all the cabinet colleagues were very satisfied after seeing the presentation, And the presentation was based on all facts and figures, looking at the reservation policy and looking at the complexities of roster system, and accordingly, as I said, a presentation was made. As we go along in the next day or 2 days, I think the press also will be briefing them most probably day after tomorrow, after the all-party meeting takes place, and I think you'll be getting a clear picture by then. As of now, the discussion that we have called for is regarding the roster system. So we are sticking to the roster system as of now. So we want to clarify on that and decide on how we should move forward first. As I said, it's a continuation process. It's a continuous process, and hence it goes on. Recruitment is a process that goes on. Everything that happens, is a continuous process, and hence once we give the presentation and once you see the details and once you see how things are, I'm sure that you also will understand. And based on that, we'll move forward. So what has happened in the past obviously adds up to how things are now. But as I said, the way the system is, it's continuous, and therefore there's no question of, I've mentioned it in the past also, there's no question of retrospect or prospect. It's a continuous process. The recruitment process, wherever the roster systems are ready, the recruitment is going ahead. There's no problem in that. And as I said, wherever, and as I said, at the same time we're discussing with everybody. Once the presentation is given, I'm sure that all of you will also, once you see the presentation, you will understand what it is, and I'm sure that you will also appreciate how we're going to move forward.
Yarang sanda alni kobora, na thum soipa, aruni soipa sakanti ko metiala.